It's that time of the week, the Say It Out Loud Sports Podcast. We are back for another edition. I got Bob in the house. What's going on?
What's up?
Pete is not with us today. He'll be back Friday for the Lock Show. So me and Bob are not solo, but
It's me and him for the recap.
just us two. All right. Shitty week last
Absolutely
week.
wild week of football. Terrible
Wow.
betting wise.
Nick Chubb just running out of bounds at the 1 for no reason.
Absolutely no reason. They're up 3. They go up 7.
Baker Mayfield told him to score. But first thing, hold on. You look confused, Bob.
Topping it off. Is it a drink?
I just popped the champagne, baby.
Oh.
1-9.
1-9.
Took down Richard here.
Oh, you got to win in fantasy football.
1-9. Finally made a deal. Got
About
Swift.
8 weeks too late.
Yeah, 1-9 though. I had to pop the champagne. So yeah, 1-9. Everybody else is at least 5-5 though. So I'm still out of the race, but I might be able to ruin somebody's season.
I think
That's
I'm
my goal.
7-3.
You're in first.
Am I still?
But
lost.
I don't know who I play the next 2 weeks, but my goal is to just knock someone out of the playoffs or win the contest. We still have one more contest left. I haven't drawn a ticket. Don't even know what we're doing yet.
Oh, dude, I lost. I played your dad. Hammered me.
Beat down.
Yeah.
Second place.
I'm 1-1 against the Richards this year.
Second place ticket, Cardinals.
I like it.
Arizona Cardinals. If you get second, Chris wants second now.
They're
Cardinals
leading
fan.
the division now.
Yeah, well, it's a 3-way tie, but they're tiebreakers.
They win the tiebreaker.
Big game Thursday. We'll get to that.
Ooh.
All right. Speaking of the Cardinals, first thing we got to talk about is DeAndre Hopkins with sticky glue hands, sticky glue gloves.
Are we going to bring up his past right now in the controversies against him?
I was watching some videos today on Twitter about his accusations back in 2017.
Yeah.
And it was kind of, he walks around. I watched countless videos of this guy walking around touching his helmet with one hand in between plays, and he goes back with the other hand and touches it. And it looks like it struggles to come, like.
I get it. I know the accusations.
It looks guilty. I don't think it's very accurate. I don't think he's still doing it. It was pretty. Go back and watch
I've seen the old videos. His glove 100% stuck to his helmet on the video.
Yeah, there was a couple different videos from his Houston days. I think it was 2017.
I don't think there was any tampering involved in the Hail Mary.
Oh,
or let's call it the Hail Murray.
No.
Let's call it that.
Oh, hashtag Hail Murray.
Dude, did you see what Kingsbury said?
That was the cover.
Did you see what Kingsbury said? Kingsbury, he said Kyler Murray couldn't see over anybody down to the end zone, so he
didn't know he caught it.
No, he was looking before he threw it. He couldn't see down there because he was almost sacked. He was on the run. They had 2 guys in front of him. Kingsbury said that Murray was looking in the jumbotron to make the throw because he couldn't see.
No, that isn't. No, that's
what he said.
He's just ripping him because he's short.
I don't know.
That was a sick play though. Cardinals. I mean, Diggs and Hopkins. So those two are 1 and 2 in receptions and yards this year.
Yeah,
and they're both free agent or trades or free agents. They're both trades. Diggs got traded for,
Diggs got traded from Buffalo,
and then Hopkins got traded for a bag of Doritos.
Hopkins didn't want traded. He didn't ask for one. Diggs wanted out. Diggs asked for a trade. He got sent to Buffalo. Now he's second. Or is he first or second?
Diggs is first in both, and Hopkins is second in both. Yards and receptions.
Diggs is having a great year.
Wild. Yeah, he caught the touchdown right before that. Got up and said, "That's why you pay me." That's what I heard today.
Is that what he said?
That's what I heard today. I was dying.
With what was it? 30 seconds left.
29, I think.
29, yeah.
Some shit like that. And then
he thought he caught a game winner.
Yeah, that's why you pay me the money. And then Hopkins jumps between 3 dudes and just snags it.
Dude, he out-leaped all of them.
He's got to have a sponsorship deal, no? With like Elmer's glue,
no
Gorilla glue.
Did you see the picture?
Some glue.
He's got Jordan gloves on. Jump man.
Well, that makes he should have Jordan glue gloves.
If
Elmer's
Jordan
glue.
brand doesn't use that photo of him up above everybody else as a jump man ad for the next year, they're wild.
Bills Mafia is pretty upset, I think, at Tre'Davious White. For
why what?
How do you not? I guess he was above. You got to knock the ball down. They're trying to intercept. He had 2 hands up.
It's hard to knock it down when the guy catches it above you.
Well, he jumps. He tries 2 hands. Jump in 1 hand because you jump higher with 1 hand.
1 hand higher than 2, I guess. I don't know. There's 3 guys there. You can't blame it on 1 guy.
Why don't? Those situations are dumb too. Why not tackle? Just pass interfere 5 yards. There was what? How many seconds were left? 11.
When he caught it,
Buffalo called timeout.
There was 1 second.
No,
1 second left at the
before
end of
the play. So I would, if it was me, I'm tackling him immediately from the snap.
Right when they hike the ball inside 5, so you get a holding call.
Would tackle him? That's going to take off, 4 seconds?
Well, if you tackle them at the line, like right when they hike it, it's not a PI, it's holding. So they give them 15.
No, 5.
Is that what
holding's only 5 yards?
Oh, really? Defensive holding?
Yeah, defensive holding's 5 yards. So tackle all the receivers and let 5 seconds off. Then you got 1 play left. Then don't.
I wouldn't put it.
Blitz
I
6.
wouldn't have a lineman in the game though.
Who?
If I was on defense, I literally wouldn't rush anybody.
No, I would rush 7.
No, I would rush 0, and I would have 11 guys in the end zone.
Well, Hopkins probably would have caught it over 5.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm blitzing 6. You don't have time to get to the end zone.
Well, he was on the run. He almost got sacked.
He did.
He
is pretty
slippery
bold.
though. He's slippery.
Like Rodgers Hail Marys. That fool always rolls out to that side, little flip.
Oh, and then lets it rip.
And throws it straight up in the air and it comes straight down.
So Rodgers comes straight down. It's like a punt.
Yeah. Murray's was like a bullet. And this will Hopkins just jumped up and Elmer's eluded him.
That's why Rodgers so good at it. They're like a punt. It's like 3 flies up.
Yeah. Well, the accusations, back to that, I don't think, maybe back then he was.
I'm not gonna. There's a 0.
I'm not gonna put it on him.
There's 0 like real like absolute cheat proof. I've seen the videos. It looks weird. His hands. Suspicious.
So he is the biggest hand, like one of the biggest set of hands anybody's ever seen.
His measurement wise?
Yeah, he wears triple extra large gloves.
He's like Calvin Johnson.
He has to cut them
to get them
just
on.
to fit. So there's only been 2 players.
This is DeAndre Hopkins?
Yeah.
No, this is real?
Yeah. It was like 10-inch hands.
Like Javon Curse style hands holding a ruler?
10-inch. Some 10-inch hands. Dude.
Between his
I don't know how they measure.
That's probably thumb to
They're
finger.
They're monsters.
Thumb to finger, that's probably 10.
So since 2013, there's only been 2 first-round picks that have bigger hands or similar hands.
It's got to be Javon Curse.
I think he was prior to that. Kelvin,
okay.
Wide receivers. Kelvin Benjamin. Remember that fool
had
everything.
He had huge hands, yeah.
And then the other one, this shocked me. Henry Ruggs.
Oh, he's got.
So he has monster hands, and he's probably one of the fastest guys in the league.
Yeah, but he's a terrible route runner.
He's been hurt, but he'll get better. He's still young. He's 20, 22?
Not
even that.
Probably 22. 20. Well, you got to do 3 years in college, so
21, 22. He's going to be a monster.
I don't know, dude. He hasn't caught on yet.
But yeah, give him baseball gloves should sponsor this guy. He catches everything. Dude, whatever, something.
I didn't know.
I'm sure he has
triple
sponsors.
XL
he just wears
gloves.
Jordans.
He's got hands like Brock Lesnar. Apparently.
He could have back to school commercials where he's like telling the kids to get their glue sticks, rubbing it on his hands, and he just snagging balls.
Dude, with all the controversy he went through, I don't think he really wants to go that route.
Yeah, maybe not.
That's probably not the best route to go.
Anyway, Bills looked like they were going to be 8-2 with 2 games ahead on Miami.
That's a tough loss.
Now
for the Bills.
Miami's 1 game back now.
Yeah, that's a tough loss for the Bills. There's really nothing you do there.
They look good. I mean, their defense has to play. It's tough. No one can stop.
Loss.
No one can stop that offense right now.
Except
Cardinals? Miami.
Cardinals offense?
Miami gave up 31. Yeah, the Cardinals offense.
Cardinals
Kyler Murray has 10 rushing touchdowns.
So he's the only player, I guess, I saw this the other day. He's the only player with 5 straight games with a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, he had 2 more rushing touchdowns.
Yeah. He's the only player in NFL history.
He's going to break the record.
Absolutely.
He has 10 already.
He's on pace for like 4,000 passing yards and 1,100 rushing yards.
Yeah.
He's going to score like 50 total touchdowns. Mm-hmm. It's wild.
Animal.
How's he not the MVP, huh?
He might be up there.
He's Arizona, he's in there.
So we talked about this on last week with Renee. I think he was 28-1 last week.
Got to be 10-1 this week.
Now he's 6-1.
6-1?
He's the 3rd favorite.
Oh, wow.
Fourth favorite.
Because they got into the division lead?
4th favorite. But they jumped that big. I was like, damn it. I should have jumped on that 26-1. Well, Russell Wilson's been kind of falling apart. But anyway, Bills go to 7-3.
Russ is out. He's
out.
You
can tell me your little
he's out. He's out of the MVP voting completely.
Bills go to 7-3. They got a bye next week. Arizona 6-3, tie with Seattle and the Rams. Big Thursday night game. Arizona's playing Seattle.
Ooh.
Thursday night. I'm pumped for that game. The last one was crazy. Remember, the last one went to overtime and then missed some field goals. DK scored a touchdown.
The way Seattle's playing football, I don't see how they even hang with Arizona.
It is in Seattle, but a little revenge game.
There's no 12th man.
Okay, well, we're going to get
There's
to
no
DK.
12th man.
DK Metcalf's going to be a little irritated, I bet, because he was pretty much locked in a jail cell all weekend.
30 routes against Jalen Ramsey? He was 2 for 28?
Well, he threw 4 targets. So he had no targets in 3 quarters.
He had a total of, 4. Was it 4?
Yeah,
that was
0
all in the fourth quarter. That was all in the fourth quarter?
The fourth quarter.
Against Ramsey.
against Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, he ran 30 routes against him.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Every time Russell Wilson drops back to pass, he's throwing a route.
So did we ever figure out if Jalen Ramsey really did call him Applebee's?
I don't think so.
I hope he did.
I looked all day. I didn't see anything. You sent me that meme.
He said 2 for 28. You mean Applebee's?
Yeah,
I lost it.
No, the photo you sent me, I went to that Instagram page and they have just a bunch of crazy quotes. There's some from Sexy Rexy.
Oh, it sent me, dude. He said,
I was dying.
He said, "Oh, you mean Applebee's?" It sent me. I was dying.
No, he said Golden Taint.
He said, "Oh,
Golden
by the way,
Taint's still a bitch." That one got me.
Oh, dude,
because they fought.
2 for 28. You mean Applebee's? It sent me. I was dying.
So Ramsey, obviously, this was interesting to me. So Ramsey got acquired 6 games in last year.
So it was before the deadline.
Okay, so I looked this up.
It wasn't at the deadline.
I looked this up a little earlier today. So Russell Wilson, talk about Ramsey having an effect on a game. Russell Wilson played the Rams twice every year.
Is that the team he has a losing record against?
So last year, the game 1 against the Rams, he was 17 of 23, 268 yards.
Sounds right.
17 of 23, 268, 4 touchdowns, no picks, 1 sack. That's in one game.
Smashed the Rams?
First game, they won 30 they blew them out.
Torched the Rams.
4 touchdown passes, no interceptions, got sacked once.
Perfect quarterback rating.
They get Ramsey. Since that, he's 0, and then they won that game. So since that, in the 2 games against the Rams with Ramsey playing, he's 0-2. His averages is 22. So it was weird because they had identical stats for the most part. So yesterday was 22 of 37.
Right.
In the other game, he was 22 of 36.
Okay.
245 yards and 248 yards.
This one's 0 touchdowns.
Both of them 0 touchdowns. So combined, his average 22 of 36, 246 yards, no touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and he's been sacked 11 times.
Oof.
It just shows Ramsey. So Ramsey will take away DK.
So the moment he takes away DK, now Russ has to go through progressions. That means he doesn't have enough time.
Well, and the running game shot, but it's tough. Their line's not great, but at the same time, it's like
he's shutting down one side of the field.
Yeah, so it's 10 on the rest.
Right.
And
well,
you don't have to worry about
he's
DK.
taking half the field away. So then now Russ,
even DK against Ramsey last year, he was 6 for 6 for 78 yards. I don't know if he was shadowing him or whatever. He had 6 targets, 6 catches, 70 yards, but no touchdown.
That's
no touchdown.
No touchdown. That's a pretty good stat line.
Yeah, but 2 games he has 100 yards in 2 games, and we don't know if Ramsey was shadowing him.
I know he lined up 30 times on him, 30 routes DK ran, and he was 2 for.
What's crazy is they didn't throw him the ball. I don't think that's really.
That's my thing. I think Ramsey is an absolute mental genius. I think he gets in he got in DK's head, I think, and I think he gets in Russ's head before the game during the week. Russ is already not going that way.
I'm running a screen pass. I'm getting him the ball. You guys have animal.
You have to get the ball into DK Metcalf.
Put him at running back. I don't care. They're playing Cordell Patterson in Chicago. I mean, it's not working out great.
Cordell plays every position, apparently.
He's averaging 3 yards a carry. So, I mean, it's not working. But you put DK Metcalf back there, he's trucking dudes. I was watching the highlight reel.
Who's a better Swiss Army knife? Cordell Patterson or Taysom Hill?
By the numbers, it's probably Hill. Except he fumbles way too much.
All the time.
Yeah, I'd probably take
He
that.
finessed the Saints for $16 million.
That's pretty good. No, I did not know Matt Flynn, though.
All
right.
Or Brady Quinn.
So, yeah, I don't know. Wilson falls apart against the Rams with Ramsey.
Wilson fell apart the last 2 weeks. He's got 2 touchdowns,
money.
6 interceptions in 2 weeks, I think, or 7.
All right. Well, we mentioned it before, Seattle. So they get Arizona at home on Thursday night. That'll be a fun one. And then the Rams. So it's 3-way tie. Arizona, Seattle, and the Rams are in there.
Rams get the Bucks, right? Monday
night football. Both these guys are in prime. All 3 teams are in primetime games. We have Thursday night and Monday night.
3-way tie.
They're at Tampa.
Yeah.
That's going to be a fun game, too, I think, unless they shit the bed again.
Oh, Tampa blows them out.
I wonder if Donald gets to Brady and punctures his lungs like Breeze.
Who's the backup?
Blaine Gabbert.
All right. Oh, it is Blaine Gabbert.
We'll bring up Breeze now because I want to talk about Breeze and Foles real quick because we'll get to the Saints, but both these guys I kind of feel bad for. I wanted both of them to get benched, not hurt. Now we got Breeze with punctured lungs. Jameis is coming in.
Jameis is the better quarterback on this team.
For the
for the offense,
I think
for how they're going to run.
That's how I'm sticking. But I think they're going to score more points per game.
I think so too. I think Jameis will be able to extend the field.
Yeah, 100%. I've said this
downfield.
5 weeks ago, and everybody called me nuts. Well, now we get to see it. Unfortunate circumstance, but now.
So Mike Thomas fantasy owners, go ahead and see a decline coming.
Well, yeah, he's been declined. He's been.
Jameis ain't throwing slant routes. He's going to try and push the ball down the field.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to have to. I think the Saints might screw this up still, though, because they're going to still try to play Taysom Hill too much.
That's
now they're going to play him more.
That's I feel like Sean Payton is just hooked on Taysom Hill.
Yeah. So I don't even know. We don't even know if Winston's starting, right?
Give the ball to Winston.
They announce it?
No, he's got to start.
You think?
Has to.
All right, but yeah,
Teddy Bridgewater went 5-0.
But they have those guys like the speed guys, Callaway. Who else is there? They got that Traquan Smith dude.
Well, I
got
don't
guys
know if
that can stretch
Traquan's playing or not. But
Jared Cook can stretch the field. He hasn't even.
Traquan's got to be out, right?
Oh yeah, he got KO'd. He got knocked out.
Was
But Jared Cook is a tight end that stretches the field.
Right down the seam. He plays right down the seam.
Winston, that's probably going to be Winston's favorite. Well, Kamara.
I think Kamara, Cook. I do not see Mike Thomas.
He'll be all fine. He'll be fine. He's a good route runner. He'll be open. As long as Winston doesn't turn the ball over, I think the Saints team might be better. We'll see. Everybody's killing me for a couple weeks ago.
You got contacts.
So anyway, Breeze, hopefully he gets better soon. Collapsed lungs, no joke. That might have been. Is that the last we've seen of him?
I don't know. This is my thing is. So say Breeze misses 4 weeks. Okay. Jameis is 4-0. Points per game is higher than what Breeze was putting on the field. Yards per game is higher. Can you make the switch back?
With the health, I think he might be done. Punctured lung at age 41.
Done. His
might be the doctor.
For sure, the last
doctor
season.
said he's done. He's not going back next year.
No. So I mean, this is it.
So,
but I mean, if Jameis comes out and balls out, and the points per game is up, yards per game is up, can you make the switch back, or is that it for Breeze?
If he's healthy, I think he comes back for sure.
They have to, right? Because it's Drew Brees.
Yeah.
It's like when Peyton Manning was in Denver and then went to Osweiler.
Yeah. Osweiler did good, I think, 1 year. Started
they were
3-0 or something.
They were the 31st and 32nd ranked quarterbacks in football that year.
So yeah, it didn't matter.
Peyton was worst.
But they made the Super Bowl year.
Yeah.
Oh, he was so bad in that Super Bowl.
He threw for like 95
Drew Brees,
yards.
They got him at the number 1 seed. The next 3 games, they get Atlanta, Denver, and Atlanta. Talk about a quarterback's paradise right here.
Oh, Jameis is going to eat.
So they're 7-2. So worst case, say they go 2-1 in that span.
So they're 9-3.
Say they split with Atlanta because Atlanta's playing better football now, and then they beat Denver. Denver's a shit show. So you go 2-1. They're 9-3. They're the number 1 seed.
Them or Tampa, yeah, it's going to be close.
They have they basically have 2-game lead on Tampa because
they were the tiebreaker, right?
So Tampa's got to jump them by 2 games. So tough. I don't know. Breeze out. Jameis is in. I'm still not sold on him in the playoffs. I'm going to be fading them in the playoffs.
I don't see Sean Payton selling out Breeze.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Sorry, I mean Jameis.
And then the other dude I got to mention is Nick Foles. I sent out a post yesterday with like a minute left after the Vikings had scored or punted, and I was like, Nick Foles is balling, and he's 108 total yards. The Bears have 2 first downs in the second half. Foles is throwing picks.
They had 0 in the third quarter.
Yeah,
they went 4 straight 3-and-outs in the third quarter, and then the start of the fourth quarter with a 3-and-out.
They got 1, and then Foles missed Anthony Miller in the end zone.
Yeah,
the first
earlier
throw of the game.
Earlier in that game, he missed. Was it Jimmy Graham?
I only watched bits and pieces. I saw the first throw of the game, and a lot of people said Anthony Miller should have caught it. It was high and behind him.
No,
the one that bounced.
I didn't think he should have caught it. It was a bad throw.
Oh, it was a bad throw. He had him wide open. Foles cannot throw whatever, dude. I'm over Nick Foles, but obviously I don't want him to get hurt. But as soon as I posted that,
oh, dude,
he got carted out on a stretcher. I was like, oh, here we go.
I thought he was dead.
No, his feelings are hurt, dude. It came out today. He's fine. You go watch the replay. Show me what tweaked. Nothing tweaked.
Tyler Bray starts next week?
No. Trubisky's healthy. He's back. I think they have a bye. Look, they have a bye.
Oh, they do have a bye.
So it's probably going to be Foles again. Nagy's got it. His odds plummeted for Coach of the Year. Plus 650 to get fired. No, not Coach of the Year.
Oh, I was about to say
next coach to be fired.
Well, he gave up play calling duties to Laser,
Oh, that didn't work.
Oh, 4 straight 3-and-outs in the third quarter. Well, that guy's fired for sure.
3rd and 7 on a must convert with a minute left, and they throw a wide receiver screen.
Stupid. Why is this dude's done calling plays? That was it.
It was
Laser. Bill Laser or something.
No, I know. He was the OC for the Bengals last year.
Yeah,
head coach. He's the head coach for the Bengals.
He's I think interim head coach at some point or something.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, yeah. If I'm on the Bears, Mike Nagy, he's fired for sure.
Yeah, I tagged Trubisky, Allen Robinson, All these guys said Foles' ball next play, stretcher. I was like, damn it, that's not going to be one.
That's
Some
not-
guy commented today, he's like, did you post that after? I'm like, no, I posted it right before. He's like,
Ouch.
yeah, this post is going to end well.
That's not
I'm like, it
gonna
is
age
what
well.
it is, dude.
That's not going to age well.
So anyway, the Bears collapsing. They lost 4 in a row. Nagy's got to be on the hot seat. I posted that yesterday, and people are like, how is he on the hot seat? I'm like, they've lost. What do you mean they were
4 straight. The play calling's been horrendous. Quarterback play's been horrendous. They can't run the football.
Their O-line's been bad, but I feel
get
that's
it,
why
but
I
still,
said
like,
the mobile quarterback. Trubisky, baby, 3-0. Foles, 2-5. What do you see?
I don't know, dude.
How's that
It's
not
rough?
It's crazy to me.
I don't know. I would giving up play calling and then the dude going
This would be my
5 straight 3 and outs.
This
like,
would be my
that's
biggest
it.
victory if Trubisky comes back and like.
Should Mitch even come back?
No, if he comes like say next year he goes to Frisco and leads him to like a Super Bowl, wins the Super Bowl. That'd be my biggest like.
You love Mitch.
It's going on my resume. It's going on my resume. Anytime I apply for a new job, I'm like, I called.
By the way,
I said back in 2019, 2020, I said Mitch Trubisky is going to go to the 49ers to win the Super Bowl.
the guy interviewing Pat says, "Why do you think we should hire you?" Well, first of all, I called Mitch Trubisky to San Fran and they won the Super Bowl. So
Yeah, it's just for
gonna
like
look at him like, what
for
the
like a tech
fuck does that have to do with
it's
accounting?
for a tech job or account. Yeah, I'm going to crunch your numbers. Well, I did see the positives out of Mitchell Trubisky.
When
All
it
right.
comes to analytics,
Yeah. Well, the Bears, they're 31st in points, 31st in yards, and 29th in time of possession. That's not – if you could show me any team that's ever been 5-5 even, that's impressive. Usually that's like the last place team. Back to coach of the year, or next coach fired. I found this interesting that Adam Gase is the favorite.
to be fired.
The next coach.
I don't think they're firing him.
Absolutely not.
No.
He's minus 175.
They're not firing him. They won't fire him because the next
No.
coach up would probably win a game.
The best game of the week. Dude, Jets play the Chargers this week.
Is that the upset of the week?
I can't be right. They both trying like Lynn's gonna.
Who's gonna try and lose harder?
If Lynn loses, he's fired. If Gase wins, he might be fired. If he wins the game, he might get fired.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be wild? That's kind of like the NFC.
Is the second favorite Patricia?
It was Lynn.
Anthony Lynn's the second favorite.
Plus 350.
I would have Matt Patricia in there.
Patricia might have been 450. One guy I saw Vic Fangio was like 8-1. McCarthy off a bye week was 22 last week.
He's
Now
10.
he's 30-1.
30.
That might be a
he's
good
his
bet.
job. He got job security now.
From the bye week. He must have had a good conversation with Jerry Jones.
What was that conversation like?
I don't know. You didn't
We're
lose.
tanking?
You didn't lose this week, dude. Good job.
They lost.
They didn't play.
Bye week beat them 38-3.
No, because the Eagles lost. Because the Eagles somehow lost to the Giants.
Yeah, and the Giants have 2 wins now.
3.
Is it 3?
Oh, no, 2.
2.
No, there's 3 and I have it right here.
2-9, right?
2-9. This was off.
Or, I mean,
way
2
off.
and-
We'll talk about that.
2 and-
First, let's get to Miami. I have them coming up.
2 and-
Miami's
2 and-
becoming dangerous, dude.
Their defense is absolutely nuts. So 2 weeks. So not this week. This is wild to me. This week was the first week in all 3 of Tua's starts where the defense didn't spot him a 7-0 lead.
They did.
They did, technically. They didn't. They fumbled it, got it on the 1.
No, they
Tua came in and
blocked the
ran
punt.
it. Yeah, but they didn't score.
Yeah, they got it to the 1.
They got it to the 1. So then the offense comes in and scores.
Yeah, 1 yard
The
run.
2 weeks before, the defense spotted him a 7-0 lead. This week, yeah, they spotted him a 7-0 lead, but technically
first possession.
it was
Chargers are on my no bet list officially.
block punt.
Block punt, recovered at the 1.
So me and
one
you could
play,
agree
1 yard.
3 weeks in a row he's been
Yeah.
spotted a 7-0 lead.
I looked at it. So what's crazy? So he did do some nice things though. Like so they gotta stop the next possession.
Yeah.
Then they went on a 13-play, 7-minute long drive.
To Gaskin? Or no, they threw it to, or is that when Gaskin ran it in?
Gaskin's on IR.
Oh. Who?
Ahmed run the 1
ran
yard.
it.
Dude.
That was
the
the
1
1
yard.
yard. Okay. And then that was,
Then they go 13 plays, 7-minute drives. To his 4 for 7, 44 yards and a touchdown.
who scored the touchdown? Parker?
He threw it to somebody. I don't know. But no, I'm just saying he's not. He has 5 touchdowns, no turnovers. That's what I was saying. He's not Burrow and Herbert as far as like
They're not, he's not out there gunslinging.
he's relying on the defense.
Absolutely.
So it works.
They have
It
absolutely
works. They got the perfect.
performed.
I think they're third. They just make plays.
They spot him a 7-0 lead every week.
But the thing is with them, the special teams is really what's separating. Their defense is playing great. Don't get me wrong, but they're like middle of the pack in yards.
Block punts.
They don't bend.
Blocked
They
field goals.
have the bend, but they're the third in scoring.
Yeah.
But they like they're medium in yards. The rush D is not great, but they make the plays. Do Xavier Howard? I think he's
Third
second.
down, they're
He's second in the league
on
in defense.
Third down, they're deadly.
Yeah, they're top 5 in that. Top 5 in scoring. Special teams. Jakeem Grant leads the league in return yards on punts.
Average.
Yeah, no total yards.
Total yards.
It's like 300 yards in it. He has 300 yards. He has a 88-yard touchdown, but
Yeah, that Cordell caught him
He has
last
the
night
most
with a
punt.
98-yarder.
Most punt return yards. So that's going to give him easy field position, block punts, block kicks.
He's got it easy.
So Miami, their next 3 games,
Oh, I looked at this. It's
Denver,
yeah,
the New York Jets,
yeah.
then the Bengals.
The Bengals.
Then it gets crazy. But, I mean, they're 6-3. You win those 3, you're 9-3.
He wins 2 of the 3 there.
You're 8-3. And then you get Kansas City, New England,
Probably
Las
division,
Vegas,
they probably
and
lead
Buffalo.
the division at that point.
Possibly. The last week 17's against Buffalo. That might be for the
Is
division
that going to be
right?
for the division?
Be wild.
Allen versus Tua for the division?
It's a possibility for sure. But they should win at least 2 out of the next 3. I think 3-0 isn't out of the question.
The Jets is a
Jets
bye week.
is a bye. They're
That's a
winning
bye
that
week.
game. Burrow, Tua.
Well, they get the Broncos next week, and there's no Drew Lock. He's not going to play. So he's going to run into a backup quarterback in Denver, then the Jets, then Joe Burrow.
So, yeah, Miami's fun to watch, though. It's interesting. All right, let's go back to we mentioned the NFC East. We got to talk about this for a second.
God, it's brutal.
Because I did this earlier, and it's amazing.
It's bad for me because I'm an Eagles fan, dude. It's like
I want to
win
have a
so
game.
bad, but we lose, and we're still leading the division. Like
I have a game for you.
There's always hope.
Okay, so I want to tell you. Did you look at Philly's schedule?
What, coming up?
Yeah, the rest of their schedule. I did this because I was so
We play a tough schedule.
intrigued on like who's actually going to win this division. Because you think Philly's going to win, right?
Well,
So I'm gonna tell you-
obviously, I would hope, but the schedule's rough.
All right, so I'm going to tell you who they're playing. You're going to tell me win or loss. Okay,
Cleveland's first.
at Cleveland,
Loss.
home against Seattle,
Win.
at Green Bay,
Loss.
home against the Saints,
Win.
at Arizona,
Loss.
at Dallas,
Win.
home against Washington.
Win.
Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4 more wins. So you got them 7, 8, and 1. I had them 5. So I have them at 5, 11, and 1.
That probably still wins the division.
5, 10, and 1. Sorry. So that's 5, 10, and 1.
They probably win the division.
All right,
5,
New
10,
York
1.
Giants. We're going to do this for the rest of the thing because I know what I have them at. Giants
Okay.
at Cincinnati,
Loss.
at Seattle,
Loss.
home against Arizona,
Loss.
home against Cleveland.
Loss.
Damn, you hate the Giants, huh? At Baltimore,
Loss.
home against Dallas,
Win.
and you hate Dallas more. Okay, so I had them winning
1.
2 games. I had them beating Cincinnati
Oh,
and
okay.
Dallas. So I had them going 5 and 11. Okay, Washington, home against Cincinnati,
Loss.
at Dallas.
Win.
Basically, you have Dallas losing out.
Yeah.
At Pitt, loss.
Loss.
At San Francisco,
Loss.
home against Seattle,
Probably win that.
and then home against Carolina.
Lose that.
So you have them 2 wins. So I had them also winning 3 games.
Or you got to beat in Philly.
I had them beating Cincinnati and Dallas, I think.
That's 2.
Yeah, I had them 2 wins. Oh, I said 3. Huh?
Yeah. Or do you have them beating the Panthers?
Panthers or San Francisco, because San Francisco banged up. So 5 and 11. So then you got Dallas at Minnesota,
Loss.
home against Washington, loss. At Baltimore, loss. You have them all losses. At Cincinnati,
Loss.
Dalton revenge game.
Loss.
So you have. I'm just gonna mark you at Dallas going 2 and 14.
Yeah, they're not going to win. They're not winning.
So
any
I
more
basically had them because I think their offense is capable. They just need their defense to play better. So I had literally all of them winning. All of them finish 5-11, 5 and 11.
games. 5, 10,
But
and 1
Philly
wins the
gets
division.
5, 10, and 1 to win the division.
Absolutely. That's why I said we'll probably win the division.
Easily the worst division winner in NFL history. No, 7 and 9 is probably the worst.
5, 10, and 1, it has to be the worst of all time.
There's never been a 6 and 10, right?
But the thing is,
Then they're going to go to New
when the
Orleans.
playoffs start, it's 0-0, baby.
Oh, I know. Then they're going to go. Oh, they're going to host a playoff. I was hoping the
Yes.
Saints
In the snow
in the snow.
against the Saints, but it'll be Jameis, so you have an arm.
What else we got? All right, week 10. We got a game to play in a bit, but let's see if there's anything else. Whoa, speaking of the Eagles, dude, is it weird that ever since Frank Reich left, you guys suck?
Dude, so I didn't want him to leave. Doug Peterson has took over, and it's been bad.
Real bad.
Bad.
Carson Wentz.
So you said this the other day, and I literally thought about it for a day, and it's true. If Doug Peterson hadn't won the Super Bowl,
Fired.
he would have been fired already.
Yeah.
He would have been
Him and Foles, dude. Foles wouldn't have a job if he didn't win the Super Bowl. He was about to be a pastor.
I know.
And then he got however much
100
million
mil.
Jacksonville paid him.
But if Peterson had won a Super Bowl, he'd be out already.
He'd be out.
I don't know who'd be there.
They're winning the. Have you ever won a division?
I'm ready. I'm ready this week. I was okay with starting Jalen Hurts.
It's going to get rough, dude. We just talked. So I have them losing the next 4.
My thing is like, what has to happen for us to make a switch at quarterback? What else? Like at this point, we have to do something.
Yeah,
I get like we want Jeffrey back. Sanders has been gone.
Fulgham has been playing well.
Fulgham's been balling.
I think it's a lot of it is play calling. You see how many yards per carry they averaged last week?
I didn't even look.
Like 9, 8.
Oh, and running the ball.
Miles Sanders was like 11 for 83.
But the thing is, he's played what, 3 games?
Well, no, just they don't. Why is Wentz throwing the ball that much?
Because Sanders has been out. Now feed him.
No,
to
this last week, Boston Scott had like 5 carries for.
He broke
a 60-yarder.
Yeah.
Run the ball. What are you guys doing?
Absolutely run the ball.
3rd and 1, they're throwing
and then
slants,
run play action.
Something.
But I mean,
it's been
dude,
bad.
what has
Frank
to
Reich
happen?
left, and
it's been downhill.
Yeah.
Frank Reich's actually doing a great job too, where he's at over there in Indy.
Yeah.
Killing
Just
it.
sticking to the run game, play action passes,
Don't turn it over.
spreading the field. That's what
play on.
That's
the
what they
defense.
did. That's what Philly did. So he could never stop him because they spread it out. So Ertz, Jeffrey, Deshaun
found the
Goddard.
one-on-one matchups, and then
That's what
ran
Rivers is
the ball
doing right now.
25 times a game, 30 times a game, and ran play action.
I mean, Wentz has always been a little reckless.
Absolutely, but I mean, out of play action, he's always been great.
Right. So yeah, they need to run the ball more. If they get back to, or not get back to, if they start running the ball more and doing play action, I think they can win some of these.
Sanders healthy, you got to get him 30 carries.
But like they're going at Cleveland this week. Myles Garrett,
That's a tough game.
that defense is crazy.
Myles Garrett's an defensive MVP right now.
And then you got an angry I'm assuming Seattle loses to Arizona. An angry Seattle team, probably getting healthier. Probably get Chris Carson back. Probably get some running back. Probably get some running backs. Maybe some defense back. So I mean, then you got Philly going up against Seattle. I'm just saying, Philly's schedule is brutal.
Oh, it's tough.
They could literally lose 5 in a row.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't. Right now, the way we played football, it wouldn't surprise me.
Still win the division.
And still win the division.
Win the last 2 against Dallas and Washington.
Win out the last 2 and get in.
So yeah, Philly.
Then all of a sudden they just turn it on.
Frank Reich, the one dude, the Titans punter. This was the last Thursday night game.
Who's the Titans punter?
Remember he got his punt blocked, and then he punted like 9 yards. That's how the Colts came back.
Shanked,
you remember that?
Shanked it. He shanked
punt?
it first, right?
Yeah.
Then he got it blocked.
Titans were up 10-3. They were up 17-10, and then
They gave it away.
blocked punt attempt, and they got a shanked punt, and then the Colts just finished.
So
how about Naheem Hines?
That dude balled last week.
Is he not the number 1 running back now?
Has to be. Taylor's not doing nothing.
Yeah.
You have to go to Hines. He's got to play 3 downs.
He was supposed to be a 3rd down back. Now he's a 3 down back.
You have to be.
He was balled out of his mind. The Tennessee's no slouch on defense.
Tennessee's lost 3
Especially
or 4? Has Tennessee lost 3 in a row?
No, they beat the Bears last week. Lost 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3.
Yeah. They got Baltimore this week, I think, too. Let's get to those.
That's
so.
Well,
what else? You got Nick
in
Chubb.
Baltimore too.
The Texans-Browns game was crazy. It was all windy. Nick Chubb ran out, cost a lot of bettors. Luckily, we had 3 and not closed at 4. So
Chubb had like 130 yards.
Well,
Kareem Hunt had 105.
Chubb had 50 before the last play. It was 60 yards. And he runs
true.
out at the 1. So
Kareem Hunt had 105
total.
They both had 19 carries. They had 240 yards together.
How about Jake Luton almost beating the Green Bay Packers?
Oh man,
That would have been something. The guy that bet 99,000 to win 9,000
sweating,
pooped his pants for sure.
At least 3/4 of the game he was sweating.
Good Lord. Then you got Tom Brady. They bounced back pretty good. 46-23. Gronk had a monster game. Raiders, dude. Raiders are legit.
They played the toughest 5-game stretch. I did not think they would survive.
I didn't either, but I put them in my top 7. I think I had 7th.
What are they, 6-3?
Yeah.
So then now they go and play Kansas City.
Yeah.
Kansas City coming off a bye.
That's probably the game of the week, no?
Oh, dude, that's going to be a wild. I wish I would have seen what the odds were before the season started on the Raiders sweeping the Chiefs in the division.
So they get Kansas City, then they get Atlanta, the Jets. So they got a tough schedule. They still have a tough. They had the toughest schedule of football.
Oh, they had the toughest schedule of football last year too. Somehow they're 6-3, and they've literally played winning records.
So they got the Jets because the AFC is deep. They had the 6-3 The Colts are 6-3 right now, and they're not even in the playoffs. Or
No,
those are the Titans.
they're one game out.
The Titans?
The Colts are one game out, right?
Dude, the Cleveland and Tennessee are not in the playoffs right now. And they're both 6-3.
Right. And there's an extra playoff spot.
Yeah. Even if they go to 8 teams, one of them's not in the playoffs.
One of them's not.
That's crazy. And then you got the damn Eagles over there at 3-5-1,
baby.
dude, getting a home game.
Let's go.
Oh, it's frustrating.
Let's do
49ers would be in first place in the NFC. They're 4-6 and last place in the NFC in the other division. So stupid. What else? Steelers. Joe Burrow. Bud Dupree was ripping him. Well, what did he say? TJ Watt?
So TJ Watt sacked him. Like, a super hard hit, sacks him, and said to Joe Burrow, like, get ready for this twice a year for the next 10 years or something. And Joe Burrow told him back, he was like, yeah, when I'm the GOAT, I'll get those flags.
So, yeah, Bud Dupree.
I love the confidence.
Bud Dupree tackled him and made a post on Instagram where he's, like, hugging him. And he's like, I love you, we love you, or I love you. He was giving him a big hug, but it was a sack. Yeah. And then one of his teammates, Steven Nelson.
Who is that?
He's a cornerback for the Steelers, but he commented on it and said, that boy's trash.
Who is Steven Nelson?
He's a cornerback for the Steelers. But, like,
these
folks are taunting a guy that's a 22-year-old.
Joe Burrow's got to get on this post and post the old Conor McGregor, who the fuck is that?
He should, huh?
Oh,
who the fuck is that
Steven
guy?
Nelson?
Yeah.
We have 6 plays a game he plays.
He's probably a Pro Bowler.
No, he plays 6 plays a game, I'm sure. Probably the 7th-string corner.
The little nickel
trashing
corner.
Joe Burrow, the #1 pick in the draft.
Yeah, Burrow's been good. I wouldn't be doing that, especially if Big Ben's going to be gone. They better. Who's their backup?
Probably
Mason
still
Rudolph?
No, Charlie Batch, maybe.
Charlie Batch.
That dude was the backup in Pittsburgh for at least 20 years. Who is it right now? Is it Mason Rudolph?
I don't know. Dobbs. I don't
Where
know.
did Landry Jones go? He went to the XFL and then never came back.
Yep. Oh, shocker! What another shocker? Patriots beat the Ravens, and that was a shit game though.
It was a terrible game, but this is wild to me. The Patriots seem to show up and play great football against good teams, and then when they play mediocre football teams, they struggle.
They almost lost to the Jets.
Dude, they've almost beat the Saints, or almost beat Seattle.
Yep.
They go and trash the Ravens.
They beat the Raiders.
Yes, but then they struggle against the Jets.
Yeah.
What is going on, dude?
That is true. They beat that dude. Their wins. They beat the Dolphins, the Ravens,
the Raiders.
That's wild. Four of their 5 wins. Those are
they're
3.
They're 1 yard away from beating the Seattle. Last play of the game, they stuffed Cam at the 1 for the win. But they go play bad teams, they struggle.
They got wrecked by the Niners, right? Is that the game Jeff Wilson Jr. went off? Or
yeah. The Niners smoked them. But they literally, all the good teams they beat.
Yeah. They get up for it. And I mean, that game was so bad.
Cam missed a few games, though, too.
That must be the Chiefs with Brian Hoyer.
Yes.
They were in that game until the end.
It's crazy to me.
Wild.
But they go play the Jets, and they are trailing 80% of the way.
Again, if they were in the NFC, they might have a shot at the playoffs. But in the AFC, they're 3 games back, and there's 4 teams ahead of them.
Yeah.
Just for the Wild.
They got to win out. They could probably win. If they win 10 games, they'll miss the playoffs.
All right, next week, what do we got here? Cardinals Seahawks Thursday night, Eagles Browns. That's a Falcons Saints will be. I think the Falcons Saints will be fun. Joe Burrow, Chase Young is Young's playing. He played last week.
Game of the week, Tennessee, Baltimore.
Yeah, Tennessee and Baltimore playing.
Or is it Raiders, Chiefs?
Packers Colts.
That's a good one too.
Probably Chiefs Raiders Sunday night game. So, waiting all day for the Sunday night game, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
All right, we're gonna play a game. I didn't tell you about this, but I'm gonna list off some names.
He's gonna throw it at me, huh?
So word association. I'm gonna tell you a name of somebody,
and tell you the first thing that comes to my mind.
What's popping? What do you think?
Okay.
And you can dive in a little, but initial reaction. Ready?
Okay.
Tim Tebow.
God. He's a god.
He is always kneeling. He is a god, or
he's a god.
He's a god.
And he's probably the most winning athlete of all time.
He's up there. What's the dude at Florida though? That's Tim Tebow. No, the guy. Remember the guy before that?
Before Tim Tebow at Florida?
Yeah, I don't think he ever lost a game or something. Who never lost a college football game? I could have sworn it was Florida.
Matt Castle?
No. I don't even know where that guy went to college.
He didn't. Oh, no. Matt Castle didn't start Matt Castle hadn't started a single game before his debut in the NFL since high school.
The listeners are probably like, these guys are idiots.
Florida?
Yeah, dude. He went to Florida. You're killing me.
Before Tebow?
I didn't think it would come
Were
up.
they even a college then? Tebow put them on the map.
Tim Couch? Where'd he go? Where'd Tim Couch go to college?
I have no idea.
Undefeated college. Oh, it's the little guy. Ward? I sound like a moron right now.
Florida's quarterback. I'm trying to remember who it was.
Undefeated college quarterback. I don't have all the fancy materials. These fools have like the little quick ass computers.
Before Tebow, it was,
I don't know. That's stupid though.
I don't know.
Danny Werfel? Danny Werfel.
Danny Werfel.
When that guy, Charlie Ward, Florida State. Top 10 greatest quarterbacks in college football history.
Tebow's one.
Staubach, Doug Flutie, Cam Newton at 8.
Where's Tim Tebow?
I'm going, dude. It's Vince Young 7, Peyton Manning 6. Matt Leinart's got to be in there, no?
No.
Tim Tebow's 5th, bro.
No, there's no way.
That's what it
There's
says.
not 5 better guys. Johnny Manziel's got to be
Matt
on this
Leinart 4.
list. Johnny Manziel has to be on this list.
Tommy Frazier, Nebraska.
Ken Dorsey.
Charlie Ward.
Ken Dorsey?
That's the guy I was thinking of.
Oh, he played at Miami.
Number 1 is Danny Werfel. That's a 10,000 yards.
Ken Dorsey's not on that list?
No, that's weird.
I guess.
Isn't that the guy that never lost?
Yeah, but his team was like...
It doesn't matter, dude.
Do you remember who was on his team?
Tebow was a beast.
Jeremy Shockey, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed. Their
Was that
running backs was like Wills McGahee and Ray Rice. Dude, their team was stupid.
Tim Tebow, God.
Vince Wilfork was on that team.
Writing this down. Tim Tebow's a god. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Jason Garrett.
Trash.
Trash, dude. I mean,
Clapper.
It's got to be Clapper. I mean, I'm just instant. Yeah,
it was trash.
Garrett. What's funny though is Garrett McCarthy's worse than Garrett.
He is.
What's he doing?
He's destroying his career. He should have just left it with the Packers.
That's like if I got a job. Say I got a head coaching job and I hired you as a defensive coordinator because I owed you one.
Right.
Like you're my D coordinator, buddy.
And I'm 32nd ranked in the league.
Yeah. No, you're not even 32nd. Dude. He was like 39th. He was a better. The replacements were better than him.
are better than him.
Shout out Mike Nolan.
Yeah.
All right. So we got so far it's Tebow's god, Jason Garrett's trash. All right. Phillip Rivers.
Old timer.
Old timer. Earlier when I was doing this, I was dying. The first thing I thought of was 9 kids.
Bolo tie.
Because they were doing the MVP of the season, and it's not Aaron Rodgers. It's not Russell Wilson. It's not so-and-so.
Who said Phillip Rivers?
It was like a sketch.
Oh,
Cousin Sal.
I'm losing my mind.
And he said, it's Phillip Rivers. He said, do you know how many kids these 2 quarterbacks have combined? 0. Phillip Rivers has 9. He said he's studying plays at home with 9 kids. You guys don't even have distractions.
Yeah, that fool, I don't know.
Old timer. All right, ready? Kirk Cousins.
Paid.
You like that? That's
paid.
Paid, okay.
Dude's like the 3rd highest paid player in football right now.
His contract for the year?
$38 million a year or something?
Jeez, must be nice.
Something like that.
Full throws 12 times a game. Last night he threw more last game, but he threw more last night than he did the 3 games before that.
Dalvin got kind of shut down last night.
He never does good against Bears. Bears defense is legit.
Dude, their linebacking core might be the best in football.
Yeah, Roquan Smith,
Danny Trevathan.
Roquan's an animal.
Dude, he leads the league in tackles.
He's like 24. I think he's 3rd year in his league.
Straight out of Alabama.
He's a beast. And then you got he threw 14 times. I know he's led for 14. That's why Stenson as the least valuable player.
Yeah.
Hey, they are 50 to 1 now
to win.
Remember he said put $10 on them at 100 to 1. I checked today. They're 50, cut in half immediately.
They're what are they?
4 and 5.
They're
won 3 in a row.
3 games out of the division.
They won't win the division.
No, Packers going to win the division.
Well, maybe they do play the Packers again. Packers could fall apart.
Yeah,
but the extra spot.
Packers could lose this week.
They're 50 to 1. They got an easy schedule too.
Yeah,
I looked at it. I think they go 9-7. Might be enough. I don't know.
Oh, that means the Packers had to only win 2 more games.
7. Oh, for the division? Yeah, they're not winning.
That.
But
they're not getting the playoffs.
They can get a wild card. NFC West is going to beat up on each other.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess.
You got Tampa, the
Saints.
4 division winners. Then you got Tampa.
4 division.
4 division.
4 division winners.
Then you got Tampa.
Then they have an extra one.
In that one, so that's 5.
Well, and you got to think.
And you got 2 more.
got to think a team that didn't win their division is going to get given a wild card because
Tampa
the Eagles
or the Saints.
The Eagles are going to.
Yeah, Tampa and the Saints are going to win, or going to get in. Then you got the NFC East. 1 team's getting in.
Right.
Then you got the Packers, probably.
Okay.
4. And then
Seattle.
you got, say, 2 out of the West.
Seattle.
So then you got either the third team out of the West or the second team in the North. So Bears or
Seattle.
Yeah.
Cardinals. Both of them get in.
And then the Rams don't get in. That's what I'm saying. If all 3 of those teams get in, then obviously it's a problem.
Yeah.
All right. So you got paid Mark Sanchez.
Butt fumble.
Same. Yeah. I thought that was butt fumble for sure, dude. This one might be bad. O.J. Simpson.
Juice.
I said guilty.
What?
Yeah.
No, dude, you can't
That's
say
what
that.
I thought, dude.
Found not guilty.
That's just the first thing that popped in my head. All right, Deion Sanders.
Prime time, baby.
Legend. Isn't he what is he? He's on
He's a head
Barstool?
coach.
You know, he's working for Barstool too.
No, he's a head coach.
Look, he's working for Barstool.
He's been on Barstool.
Yeah, he's working for him. He does a show with Dave and Big Cat now.
So they had
I was losing my mind.
They had who'd they have on the other day? I was dying. No, they had Aaron McDonald and DK Metcalf on the other day.
People said Aaron Donald
and DK Metcalf.
That was like a year ago, but yeah, I watched the clip.
remember-
I
you
forgot
watched
to
that
bring
one?
that up.
That was wild.
He said, "Is there any cornerback that can stop you?" No, not even Jalen Ramsey.
Did you
No.
see what he asked Aaron Donald? He's like, did anybody give you like a bad like pre-draft, like you're a bust? And he's like, no. And Big Cat's like, here's what I'm going to read.
I did. They tweeted. He was tweeting.
He's like, Aaron Donald's like, I want to get up and get at you right now, honestly. I was dying.
Yeah, I saw
He's
that
like,
one.
honestly, it's because her name is Aaron and I hate Aaron Rodgers. I was dying.
Prime time. DK Metcalf.
Best.
Couple years, I think he's going to be.
He's right now. He's top 3.
I don't know.
It's tough to put him outside that.
I would take Julio still
Hopkins,
when he's healthy.
Hopkins over him.
Hopkins,
Julio,
Devon,
Adams. Obviously,
I think
right now, Adams.
the whole Devontae Adams hype train is a little weird to me.
It's still
He catch it. He's good.
Till somebody slows him down, you have to have him in the top
switch
2.
DK and Devontae. I mean, you can't. It's all hypothetical.
That's true. I mean, Aaron.
He throws it to him 15. Like he's.
Yeah, I don't know. DK is really, really good.
Oh, he's good, but I'm saying. Oh no, both of them are good. I'm not saying Devontae's not good, but I think the hype train, like,
Of
keeps
what
catching
Adams is
touches.
doing.
Right.
Yeah,
He's having 3 touchdown games. Rodgers throws. He's the main guy.
throwing it 45
Russell
times
spreads
a
it
game.
around. Like Freddie Swain had 7 targets last weekend.
Yeah,
If
probably why
Aaron
they lost.
Rodgers is playing,
that's probably why they lost to the Bills.
Devontae Adams having 15 targets.
Right.
No matter who's guarding him.
DK is only looking at 8 or 9.
You got 4.
Yeah,
Tell me Rodgers ain't throwing back shoulder fades. I don't care who's guarding you.
Rodgers is slinging it at Jalen Ramsey 20 times a game.
That's what I'm saying.
Because he's not scared.
Well, no. I always remember this when we talk
Jay
about.
Cutler, baby.
Who's the guy?
Jay Cutler.
No, D'Angelo Hall.
It's Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler. He owns
D'Angelo
him
Hall picked him off 4 times in the second
in
half.
2 games or something.
No,
One
in the
game?
second half. In the second half. And they went into the post-game press conference, and they were like, would you throw at him again? And Jay Cutler's like, I'd throw at him again right now. I'm not worried. I'm not scared of him.
How do you throw 4 to the same guy? That's phenomenal.
Oh, it's dying.
All right. Kyler Murray.
MVP.
It's going to be close. Tom Brady. Obviously, this one's
GOAT.
That's easy. Last one, Peyton Manning.
Bum.
But you can't do the bum thing, dude.
Okay,
you
overrated.
can't say this is
okay,
the
take bum off. Overrated.
No, you can't even. This is we got not to mention basketball. We got this thing that remember the Chris Paul debate.
I like Chris Paul.
He's not a bum. The Peyton Manning is
I
not.
didn't say
you
Chris
just
Paul
said
was a
Peyton
bum.
Manning's a bum.
Okay, overrated.
I don't even think that's fair.
Played like 80% of his games in a dome.
It's insane to me.
Perfect
When you
weather.
guys do that. All right, I think that's it. Oh, yeah, I think that's it. You got anything? Any hot takes?
No, not really in football. No.
All right, we'll be back next week. I think UFC's coming up this weekend. I don't really.
They booked some good fights too. So down the road.
Yeah, no, this weekend's that pay per view.
Yeah.
Perez and
Figueroa.
and
Let's go, Alex.
Shevchenko. I know
Let's
I wrote
go,
it today. I
Alex.
said handle business this weekend.
Let's go.
Got to get him on.
Hopefully.
But we should be back next week. Next week's Thanksgiving. We might. I'm trying to think of next week's our 50th episode.
I know. Number 50, Big 5-0.
I think we might do a giveaway.
Over the hill? We'll get some hats away?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Might give a hat away next week. But yeah, check us out Friday. I know we've been ice cold.
It's not been great, but
Locks of the week. Pete,
don't give up on us.
Don't give up. I think we're still profitable. I think.
Yeah, don't give up.
Me, Bob, and Pete will be back this week, Friday. That's it. Let us know what you think. Go on Apple and leave us a review. Try to get on Apple's Hot 100 list or whatever they do.
Leave us some feedback. Want to know what's going on.
Do it.
What you think?
Do it.